background of your career and before moving forward?
Yeah, so I have around like 8 years of experience in IT, and I have worked on Oracle, Teradata, PL SQL, and I have worked on Webby reports. I worked on BOBJ 3.1, basically on the Webby report, and I have knowledge on Universe, but I have not worked much on Universe side, like on hands-on part. And also I've not worked on the administration part, so I'm looking on those areas because I have not got the opportunity to build complex universes, so I'm not very well versed with that. So, and same
Sorry to
with, yeah, yeah,
sorry to interrupt.
yeah.
I got breakage in between. Your voice got braked. So if you don't mind, could you please re re-begin your introduction?
Yeah,
Sorry.
can you hear now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have experience in PL SQL, Oracle, and then I have worked on BOBJ 3.1 on reporting side mainly. I haven't got chance to work much on Universe and administration side. So I have idea about
Okay.
administrate Universe, but
Mm.
I don't have much hands-on experience. So I'm not very comfortable with complex Universe and the issues related to that, especially the joins what we have to create and all. So I have little knowledge like what all layers are there, all that. So I'm looking for
Mm.
these two areas basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, we are providing training on 4.1.
Okay.
Okay, which is the latest version. Of course, 4.2 has come up, but market is still using 4.1.
Okay.
They haven't migrated to 4.2 still. And as part of the course, as per your request, it's been customized course, and
Mm-hmm.
you will be getting trained on the UDT, IDT,
Mm-hmm.
and administration part.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and in administration, I will cover up to the user group creation
Mm-hmm.
and the content migration using
Mm-hmm.
different tools
Mm-hmm.
available in our BOCMC,
Mm-hmm.
and the monitoring management. These things I
Mm-hmm.
will cover as part of administration.
Okay. And
Okay.
will you be explaining like how the like if upgrade and all happens, all that?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
That part means we are not dealing with that part because it involves more kind of server related work.
Okay. And will you
Means
be explaining?
I
Okay.
basically doesn't have much hands-on in that part because
Okay.
as you might be knowing, I'm a developer and you are also a developer, so you will not be
Mm.
getting real-time chance to work on those stuff, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you will be very much focused on development part. Upgradation part, I can guide you. That's not an issue. I have knowledge, but I cannot assure complete real-time scenarios there.
Okay.
Even I cannot show you the real-time scenarios also because
Yeah, I
it's already
understand.
been, my system is
Mm-hmm.
already been a well-established system, and if I
Mm.
do anything, that will become a big problem.
Yeah, okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. And will you be covering like all that architecture and all, like um,
Yeah, yeah. BO
architecture of
architecture
that?
will be. Yeah.
Okay.
How it
And
has means actually the BO evaluation and BO architecture will be covered as part of the course.
okay, okay. And what about CMC? You will be explaining about CMC and CMS, all that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
What is CMS and what is CMC and why do we need to use those CMC? All these
okay,
things I'll be covering.
okay.
Administration
And
means I'll be covering only those parts.
okay. And
Yeah.
on the universe side, what all you'll be covering?
Universe side, it is not a basic course which I am planning for. I am planning for complete advanced course. Like
Okay,
you will get different modules available in the universe means like starting from the connection creation and till your deployment. What are all the steps involved in that, and even functionalities. What are the new functionalities has been added with 4.1 and connectivities I will show you different connectivities and
mm-hmm.
different @ functions are available right at
Yeah,
universe level.
mm-hmm.
I will be
Mm-hmm.
covering those @ functions also. Aggregate
Okay,
aware also I will be covering. I will be covering loops, traps, resolution
okay,
of loops and traps,
okay,
and how to manage your securities at universe level. All these things I will be covering.
okay. And you'll be
And
giving some project as well, like, and
yeah, sample project, it's Adventure Works. I think you might be aware of Adventure Works database, right?
I have
Microsoft
heard of it.
SQL
Yeah,
Server.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's the sample Microsoft SQL Server database. I will be giving you that, means basically I will be giving you the sample markup reports just like you get in your report requirement documents in your organization. I will be giving you that.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that, you would need to design the universe. Once I start off the course, it will be based upon the real time working on those concepts.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I'm looking more on hands-on only because theoretical I cannot remember. Only hands-on only I
My
can
my
remember. Yeah,
my
yeah,
Let me tell you, BO
yeah.
itself doesn't have any theoretical concepts. Everything is a practical. So my course completely goes on a practical mode. I do not play any, means if you are looking for any kind of PowerPoint presentations and those things, you will not get it. That's for sure. Okay,
Okay.
I will
But
forward you the documents, but
mm-hmm.
not. I will not play those documents on the screen. I will tell
Okay.
the concepts on the tool itself, and
Yeah.
if you have any further information needed, you can go through that document, whichever I provide across the course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so these are the things I'm looking for actually. Maybe
Okay.
there are a lot of things in universe which I don't know, so I'm not able to tell. But whatever I know, I have just mentioned.
I think he has shared, Sunny has shared the course contents also, right, with you?
Yeah, he has shared.
Yeah. For means if you consider the universe designing course contents, I will be
Mm-hmm.
covering all those modules.
Okay.
There will be no hidden things other than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I'll just go through that again.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And I'll have server access for 3 months, right?
Yeah, that's
that one
provided by me.
you need to contact Sunny. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you want to see a practical
Okay.
scenario as such?
Uh, yeah, I mean practical scenario in the sense.
Like what you need to expect when you're learning universe. So just an overview or something. Because the other day you told me, right? You
Yeah,
would like.
sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think this is the place wherein you log into the UDT or IDT,
Mm-hmm.
and I will start off with UDT and
Okay.
then go to IDT, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how you learn the differences. Otherwise, it
Okay.
will be a complete Greek and Latin. So
Okay.
in this one, UDT you have here, and under UDT, any universe is a semantic layer. Basically, it's like the mapping your objects to the back-end technical terms. That's the main intention of designing the universe.
Okay.
And yeah, so universe consists of 7-step process. Universe designing is a 7-step process. Any universe designer should follow these basic 7 steps. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So the first step is to create your connection to the database.
Okay.
That's your first step.
Mm-hmm.
And the second step is importing your required tables into the universe. That's the second part of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you are saying required tables, you need to be well versed with your requirement document. Means you should have very good report requirements
Mm-hmm.
in hand, and then
Mm-hmm.
you start building up the universe.
Okay.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
one more thing, you should not be in a mood to develop one report for one universe like that. It is not one-to-one. You need to be so cautious enough to handle multiple things through single universe only, if possible.
Okay.
Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the main purpose of universe designing.
Mm-hmm.
Means for every time, basically if you look at the normal Oracle, the anything Oracle manager like Toad or your SQL Server Management Studio,
Mm-hmm.
those are query editors, right? You
Right.
just type the query and you get the results.
Mm-hmm.
You can also get the results like that, but why you are keeping the universe design tool in the middle? It's the main purpose is you try to means you try to map all the report requirements in a single universe. You'll
Okay.
try to do that. Means that's your main strategy in doing that. And
Okay.
uh, so for that purpose you need to have a very good analysis on your report requirements, or it can
Okay.
be any business requirements.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get the functional, not complete functional knowledge, a bit of functional knowledge, means you need to understand the base domain first, and then you need to come back to the universe designing.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then what you will do is it's a continuous evolving process. You need to be in contact with clients always.
Hmm.
It's not only back end which you start doing it, just you get
Okay.
the requirements. You need to be in contact with the clients always, and you would be asking questions about what columns needs to be taken and what columns actually they need and how do they need, and all these information needs to be grabbed from them. Then only we can build a very good universe.
Okay.
Okay. And uh, the second step, as I told you, importing the required tables into the universe, and that will be identified through your report markup documents, wherein you get the report Excel sheets or sample Excel sheets or any PDF reports. From that, you will identify the columns, and you will map those columns to your database columns, equivalent columns, and try to import those tables into the universe.
Okay.
And then your third step is to establish the join conditions between those tables.
Okay.
Okay, so that third step is also mainly kind of, it should be a client and you should work collectively in that. Then only you can decide what join to keep and where to keep. Basically, as like your database, we have also outer joins, inner joins, and theta joins.
Okay.
And when to use what, that should be decided by the end user or client, because basically he decides how he wants the data, right? So
Yeah.
we need to be very cautious in deciding those joining conditions
Okay.
by seeing the requirement. Sometimes clients will give in the wording scenarios only, or sometimes he will be giving direct column mapping and or join condition. Based on that we can find out like that.
Okay.
And then after making the join conditions, that's the third step. And fourth step is to check for any kind of design flaws existing. Means without knowingly you might end up in creating a flaw based universe, design flaw. Those are like loops and traps.
Okay.
It is not exactly what you try to implement, but it will come as part of the design. Means that's what the design flaw is. And you would be resolving those design flaws using alias or context methods.
Okay.
And which one to choose when would be discussed. And that would be discussed as part of our course, when to choose what and all.
Okay.
And the fifth step is to create classes and objects. So at fifth step you will get to create classes and objects. Okay.
Okay.
So till 4 steps you will be in a design mode only. It's not classes and objects are not being created.
Okay.
Okay. So once you resolve those join path problems, then only you will be creating classes and objects. That's the actual ideal way to design the universe.
Okay.
And the sixth step is to create hierarchies if necessary. If you need any drilling operations to be done, or
Okay.
those kind of hierarchies needs to be created at universe level. And then the last step is to create test the universe using check integrity tool.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the 7 steps which we need to follow while designing the universe. These 7 steps are common for UDT as well as IDT. There is no difference.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
if you are trying to create a new universe, I think this particular interface you might be aware of, right? This is completely Windows based user interface only. It is completely like that. Menu will be same like your Windows Microsoft Office based menu only.
Okay.
Click on new.
Okay.
And here you will be giving your universe name, whichever based upon normally we will be giving based upon the organizational standards.
Okay.
Okay. And then you create a, normally in real time if you are a developer you are not given access to create a new connection.
Okay.
They will only create the, means admin will create the connection based upon the details which you provide, means database details which you provide,
Okay.
and he will give you the connection name,
Okay.
and that connection name will be available under this drop down, and you will connect to that connection name. But here I am showing you how to create the connection.
Okay.
And in connection you have 3 different types of connections existing. One is
Okay.
personal, secured and shared. Okay. And
Okay.
personal is for only for you, means that is particularly for only one user who has logged in, okay, into the
Okay.
system. And shared means that it can be accessible, that connection can be accessible by multiple users on that system.
Okay.
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 And in personal and shared connections you cannot export the universes to the repository.
Okay.
Okay. Only in secured connections you can export the universe.
Okay.
So normally every connection will be a secured connection. Whichever you are using in the real-time environment, everything will be a secured connection.
Okay.
These are mainly for local use, personal and shared.
Okay. So generally we use secured only, right? No one
Yeah,
would use personal and
yeah.
shared.
No, nobody will use personal and shared. Yeah, even the connection name has the naming conventions normally for every organization.
Okay.
I'm just connecting with some connection name. And here you will find all the available data sources available for connectivity. All these are different vendors who are providing connectivity to the business objects.
Okay.
Okay. And normally we use ODBC connectivity or JDBC connectivity depending upon our database. Let's say I have some database having MS Access, and you will find the HANA connectivity also here under SAP HANA database. Okay, and this MaxDB is for Sybase.
Okay.
Now Sybase is being renamed as this MaxDB in future.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, so I'm going to connect to one of the sample database existing in 2010 Microsoft Access. And here I have selected the ODBC mode, so it is asking me the username and password and data source name. If you go for JDBC mode, you will be asked for server details and all, and basically you will be asked for URL, means JDBC URL. And
Okay.
here my database is username and password free, so I'm leaving it as it is. Here I will get the data sources available. These data sources are nothing but your reporting schema names. In order to get displayed over here, you need to have the data source kept on your means created on your server, this data source. Okay.
This data source is, can you repeat what is this data source name?
This data source should be available on your server. Means it's nothing but your reporting schema. Your
Okay.
backend reporting schema name will be
Okay.
your data source name.
Okay. We don't have to create that. It will be created by admins.
Yeah. Normally, when you are giving the connection details to the admin, means I am speaking about the BO admins. When you are given the details as part of that, displayed over here.
Okay. Okay, but I don't know whether it is related to this, but I remember creating some data source name on the system. It was very
Yeah,
long
that
back.
is also there. That is also
Yeah,
there. You need to
yeah.
do it through Microsoft that ODBC administrator dot
Yeah.
exe, ODBC AD32 dot exe. From that
Mm-hmm.
you will be creating. That is
Mm-hmm.
also there. That will be done normally by admins only, because you will not have the access to the server system, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
that will be done by admins only. Means I think here on this system you can ask me. I can guide you with that.
Okay.
On this system, you may not get that feasibility to utilize that connection. So you need to create one data source name for your working purpose.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but it's just a schema where our tables are
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. It's just the schema name.
Okay.
Yeah. So here I'm selecting the eFashion
Mm-hmm.
WebB, and you can test the connection.
Mm-hmm.
If the server is responding, you can go ahead with your connectivity.
Okay.
Okay. And these are the database fetching, timeout, those things, login timeout and these things. Here you can increase or decrease these parameters. Basically, you are making the connection active for certain time. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and the array fetch size and array band size is your data packets transmission to the reporting layer. At a time, if you hit the database, how much array size should get the data. Every array should contain some 10 records or like that, 10 packets like that.
Okay.
And these will be set as default only. Normally, anyways, this new connection wizard itself will not be available for the developer.
Mm-hmm.
And here you can give the custom parameters, just like your, if you have any parallel hints existing for your query, you can pass it on here.
Okay.
So click on finish, and then you will find that CN-test connection is been associated to this universe.
What is that you just said? Sorry, in the last page, some can be some parameter can be passed.
Yeah,
Last thing.
this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you are using any hints in your database, performance hints will be there, right? Like parallel hint, like this.
Okay, I'm not sure about it.
Means that is for performance improvement of your query. If you know about the explain plan and execution plan of
Okay.
a Oracle thing,
Okay.
so basically in explain plan you will get to know what table is executing first and what table is executing last in your
Right.
query,
Right. Huh.
and how much records they are getting.
Yeah.
So based on that explain plan, you can simulate the query to run the other table first and the first table as last. Those type
Okay.
of hints means there is a hint syntax available in Oracle,
Okay.
which will enable that functionality basically. Or
Okay.
sometimes you can even using hint you can even tell the Oracle server to run your query first and then execute the other queries later.
Oh, okay.
Means
Okay.
preference will be given to your query. It is like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
If you have implemented any of those at database level and
Mm-hmm.
you want to pass it on, then you can add those things here.
Okay.
That
Okay.
in syntax can be given here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And this is about the connection creation. And here the right side pane is called as structure panel, and left side panel is called as class and objects panel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And in structure panel you will be designing the joins and dragging and dropping the tables, and those things can be done at
Mm-hmm.
structure panel. And
Okay.
here under classes and objects panel you will be finding objects and classes.
Okay.
Basically you will be creating class and objects over here
Okay.
on top of your structure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So uh, and if you right click here on the structure panel, you will get the tables, existing tables. These are the schemas available for the my user group. Okay, and these are the
Okay.
tables
Mm-hmm.
existing in the schema. You can either drag and drop or you can double click. It will
Mm-hmm.
automatically gets into the structure panel.
Okay.
And if I take article lookup and article lookup criteria, and whenever if you have any kind of modifications to your existing tables or existing columns, you can refresh from here. There is a refresh button. You can
Okay.
click on refresh. That will get automatically affected.
Okay.
And here you got two tables into the universe, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a join between article ID from article lookup and article ID from article criteria lookup. Here
Mm-hmm.
it is going to be under article lookup. It is my primary key. Article ID is my primary key, and article lookup criteria ID is primary key here. Article ID is my foreign key.
Okay.
So this is how you drag and drop join condition, or you can right click. Here you will find join.
Mm-hmm.
Under here you will find the different tables available for means whatever you have imported into the universe, all the
Mm-hmm.
tables will be displayed over here.
Okay.
And you can click on one table 1 and another table for which you want to join,
Mm-hmm.
and click on the columns.
Okay.
Okay, and that's one way of joining, and even you can write your own expression also.
Okay.
If you have any complex join condition which needs to be implemented, you can write
Mm-hmm.
your join condition also here.
Okay.
Okay, so you have outer join, and these things we will discuss forward. Okay.
Okay. So one question, Gopi. So will you be providing any scenarios where some complex joins can be added?
Mm, no, see, let me tell you one thing.
Okay.
I will give you the reports, sample
Okay.
report markup. Okay.
Okay. Huh.
So you need to come up to me and means basically you need to design the universe and get back to me on that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how my teaching style will be. Means if you have
Okay.
any questions, any real-time questions, if you have, you can ask me at any point, because
Okay.
for training purpose, we don't have any such type of scenarios basically. If you go to any kind of training thing, you would not be given a complex join scenario like that. Means it is, they have given the interface, and you decide how much complex you want to make it. That's how the tool will be. Okay. If you
Mm-hmm.
have anything to be implemented, let me know. Means if you have any specific doubts, let me know. I don't have
I,
any issues.
okay.
Yeah, but as part of the training course, I basically did not prepare the complex join kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
basically complex join is nothing but anytime, remember one thing, in business objects, anytime you can join only two tables.
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot make a join between three tables and like that. You cannot bring in bridge table and make a single join out of it, right? So complex join means in your scenario, what does really complex join mean?
See, what I basically mean is like, see, right now I don't know what we can do, what all we can do here. Okay, so I wanted to know that what all things I can do
See,
here, what all
let
things I
me,
can add here, all
yeah,
that.
let me tell you here.
Yeah.
Complex join can be means complex join will come into picture only when you get a complex requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, means
Yeah.
that you cannot achieve a particular thing using the existing tables, right?
Yeah.
Means existing tables and joins, you cannot achieve some particular result. So
Yeah.
you want to revisit. It's like a if you think about the employee and manager finding into the single table, then you would be implementing a self-restriction join, right? Means
Mm-hmm.
basically you will do a self join on a
Yeah.
employee ID and role. Then
Mm.
you will make a whether he is a manager or whether he is a employee, you will make a difference like that, right? That's the
Mm.
complex scenario normally.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a single table, if you want to perform those kind of things, you can do it. I will explain those things. And another thing, if you cannot implement using a join condition, means if
Mm-hmm.
you want to implement multiple joins to be kept in order to get a
Okay.
single object, then
Mm.
there is another method of doing it. Means we have derived tables here.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
we will implement derived tables for that. If we don't have access to the database, we will create
Mm.
a derived table at universe level.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I will be covering that derived table. I will be giving you the higher level information, and you need to come up with scenarios. Okay, I will be giving you the complete high level information and where to use it, how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start using it, you will get definitely you will get the doubts. Once you
Mm-hmm.
start using it,
Okay.
then that's how you learn this business objects tool completely. Means you practice it, and you get more knowledge on the existing functionalities, and you try to implement those things in a different manner than what I teach, or why can't you implement in a different manner? Like that type of thinking only will give you more insights, and your doubts will be clarified.
Okay. See, yeah, I'm actually looking for these kind of things only. See, I don't know what all issues we face in universe. So if you give me one assignment, I'll try to do that. But I cannot
Yeah,
think of
means
complex. Yeah.
actually any type
Uh-huh.
of universe,
Mm-hmm.
the basic steps are to design is the 7 steps which I told.
Okay.
Any type of complex universe, you will
Mm-hmm.
be starting from step 1 ending till step 7, you will be doing the same thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so and how you really implement those things, that depends on your capability of doing it in a different way.
Okay.
Means I meant to say those 7 steps are basic fundamentals, and you have multiple functions available in business objects to
Okay.
implement such functionalities. Some complex
Okay.
functionalities, I will be taking care of the maximum complex functionalities, like if you take the aggregate awareness to simplify some complex functionality, they have come up with aggregate awareness.
Okay.
Okay. So, and if you come with the prompting, there is a prompt available in your universe designing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, in prompts, what are all can be done, that can be discussed, and how will you customize your LOVs?
Okay.
Okay, your LOVs customization I will be touching upon. I will be showing why to do that customization and when to do that customization.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will be basically giving you the maximum inputs and maximum means as part of the course I have some decided templates, report templates and these things, and
Okay.
one more thing, when you are learning business objects or any BI tool, you
Hmm.
should be in a user's feet. Okay,
Okay.
you should not be in a kind of developer mode,
Okay.
wherein okay, I developed this thing, okay, this is completed. You should not be in that mode. You should be in
Okay.
a user's feet, and you should think in his mode. Means okay, if I okay, this is my retail database. Out of this, how much can I get the information out of it? Means how many products has been sold out, and these questions, if you raise these questions by yourself, then you will get the whatever you are saying, right, the complex scenarios, then you will get the complex scenarios.
Okay.
Then you will come back to me and you will ask, okay, I need to implement this particular scenario, so how I can implement this scenario?
Okay.
That's how, means as part of course, I can give you the templates and these things. That's not an issue. I will give you how to design the basic reports and these things. But you need to be super cautious enough to learn the tool and play with the tool.
Okay. Yeah.
And in every scenario, you may not be implementing everything. It's like pieces here and there. Means some universes use loop resolving concepts. Some universes may not even have the loops itself.
Yeah.
Okay, and that universe might have some other complexity in designing objects, or in understanding the requirements itself is a big complexity. So it is like that. Means everything is a different concept altogether.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like for how many hours this course would be?
Normally, this UDT, IDT, and administration will take you for 20 to 20 hours.
20 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And will there be recordings for these sessions?
No, I don't have the recordings. Means I don't have that thing. Means till now, the students also did not ask for any recordings, so I did not make any recordings for.
Okay. Why I'm asking is because suppose later after
If you
this
want,
course is over.
you
Yeah.
can. If you want, you can record it from your side also. If you are using
Okay.
GoToMeeting, you can
Okay.
record it from your side also. That's not an
Oh,
issue.
okay, fine. Okay, so yeah, okay, so you will be giving hands-on on the adventure universe at the end once the universe course is over, right?
No, hands-on will
Okay.
be there on parallel basis. Okay.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is not like once I complete the course, then you start hands-on. It is not like that. It
Okay.
should be
Parallel.
parallelly. It should be done parallelly. I will be giving you some kind of report assignments, and you need to work on those report assignments. It's a parallel thing.
Okay. Okay, fine.
And if I don't give any kind of report samples, then you should be aware that you need to implement some techniques, and you need to come up with those requirements. Got it, right? Means if any concept is being told without giving any report requirement,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to come up with a report requirement, and
Okay.
you need to implement that concept.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it from my side.
Okay. Yeah. That's all even I have.
Okay.
All right. So, Ms. Indrani, I would be giving you a call tomorrow,
Okay.
and we
Okay.
can
Okay.
analyze on the further procedures.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
And just before we conclude, you're looking out for a weekday class or a weekend class?
Um, I'll let you know about that.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Not a
I'll
problem.
think over it and I'll let you know. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Gopi, and thanks, Sunny.
Yeah. Thank you, both of you all. Good night.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Good night.